Do you know where they need to go from here, or you're just trying to make sure they stay away from the fence?
I have no comment. Yeah, just making sure that everybody's safe and away from our fence.
What's up? Welcome back to the Angry American. Listen, if you are on the left, if you are a Democrat, if you are on the fence, no pun intended, if you are on the fence, you need to watch this video. Because if your enemy is logic and reason, then you know you're the problem, okay? So listen, pay attention, learn something, and then form an opinion. Because the Democrats and the mainstream media are not going to give you a fair representation of the truth. They're spinning narrative, and if you can't see that, you are the problem. So don't be that guy. Anyway, guys, welcome back to the Angry American. Listen, that intro was outside the venerable, prestigious Kamala Harris residence there at the, I guess, the Naval Observatory or whatever. It's okay to have a wall and a fence around her house and armed security, people with guns, telling these plebs to stay the fuck away from the fence, plebs. Stay away from the fence. Back off. Don't touch my wall that I have around my house, or my army of armed people who will kill you around my house. I'm allowed to have that, but you plebs, you people that live out there in the real world, you're not allowed to have guns, you're not allowed to have police, you're not allowed to have fences and yards and private property and walls. If you can't see that, if you accidentally stumbled on this video and you wanted to click off right away because you're thinking this guy's a Trump tard, man, you guys need to open your eyes. You really have no logic here. There's really no logic to this. It's all propaganda, and they're trying to twist this country into a knot, and they're doing a hell of a job. You figure they sent 2 busloads to her house. It's a statement. Listen, what are you going to do with these people? They have upwards of 15,000 a day coming into that state. These people don't give a shit about that. They don't. You guys deal with it. The story today is not about Kamala Harris, though. That was the intro. The story today is about Martha's Vineyard. Martha's Vineyard, I'm over here on the Gateway Pundit. Martha's Vineyard homeless shelter coordinator melts down over illegals flown to island. They have to move from here to somewhere else. And if you listen between the lines to what this lady is saying, this island has thousands of tourists every year. They have people that live there, people that work there. They have housing. I mean, they have everything they need to take in 50, count them, 50. They're going nuts over 50 people. But have no concern over 15,000 a day coming into a state. They're like, you guys shut up and deal with it. But 50 is going to send these people out of their minds. She's basically saying, if you read in between the lines, she's saying, yeah, they have a right to be in America, but not here. They're not going to be here. So this lefty ideology, this Democrat ideology is so crooked and so twisted and so dishonest and disingenuous. I mean, if you can't see that, there's really no helping you. Let's move on. The meltdown over 50 illegals flown to Martha's Vineyard is fun to watch. Florida Governor Ron DeSantis on Wednesday sent 2 planes of illegal aliens to Martha's Vineyard. I mean, they had a meltdown, dude. They're like, we're doing everything we can. We don't have the resources. Texas doesn't have the resources for 15,000 a day. So maybe you should look at it like that instead of, oh, it's a political pond. What the hell do you think Texas is? It's a giant political pawn. The racist white limousine liberals on Martha's Vineyard are not happy about their new poor brown neighbors. Martha's Vineyard happily hosts thousands of tourists every summer. However, when 50 poor illegals are dumped on the island, it is a humanitarian crisis. These people are up in arms and mad as hell at Ron DeSantis. Good. Martha's Vineyard homeless shelter coordinator, Lisa Bella Castro, let that name resonate. She's a dirtbag. Melted down over 50 illegals during an interview with Cape Cod Times. It's the end of the world, according to Lisa Bella Castro. The difficult challenges we have to, at some point in time, they have to move from here to somewhere else. That reminds me of First Blood, Rambo, when he's like, yo, you can't be in this town. You can be in this country, but you can't be in this town.
Where you headed?
Portland.
Portland is south. You said you were headed north.
You got someplace I can eat around here?
There's a diner about 30 miles up the highway.
Is there any law against me getting something here?
Yeah, me. We don't want guys like you in this town. Drifters. First thing you know, we got a whole bunch of guys like you in this town. That's why.
Wow, wow, wow. And that's what she says. And she goes on to pontificate about, a lot of other things to kind of muddy the waters. But in essence, she's saying, yeah, you can be here, but you can't be here. Not with us. Go bother the other plebs. We can't deal with you, and we're not going to. I'm going to play a short bit of it, but she just goes on and on. We'll watch some of it.
The greatest place on the planet. And everyone is jumping in to help. We
hope that's
literally
not too
have
loud.
everything we need. I mean, we need for all of our guests to get the help they need to be in this country and safe and housing. And that's not.
Do you see what she just said? The help they need to be in this country. She's saying, you can't be here. And she worded that so ridiculously. The help they need to be in this country. She didn't say nothing about being on Martha's Vineyard, boy. That ain't gonna happen. You dirty, low-life brown people got to go. We can be liberal, shining white knights, but don't bring it to our doorstep. Don't touch my fence. Don't get near my yard or you will be arrested and shot, pleb. It's so obvious. I mean, if you can't see that, I don't even understand you at all. And you're irreconcilable. We have irreconcilable differences because you're putting your head in the sand and seeing what you want to see and not living in reality.
Something that we can do here at the shelter, right? We're a stopgap. This is an emergency shelter. We're not long-term care. So, where everyone is meeting about this. There's multiple wheels that are turning.
Listen, you don't have shelters for 50 people. Put them in your hotel rooms. You guys wanted this. You say it has to happen. Put up or shut up. Don't say it's fine to do this, but don't do it on my island. It's my island. Bullshit. It's their island. Leave your houses. Let them take over and squat in your house. Close down the hotels. Put them in the hotels and pay for it. Give them jobs. Let them integrate into Martha's Vineyard. That you want to show the world how what's the word? How good you are. You want to show the world how good you are and how virtuous you are. That's the word. Then integrate them immediately. Give them all jobs. Set them up with housing. They're part of your community. Why are you saying they have to, they can be in the country to be in America, but not here? Read between the lines, folks. That's exactly what she's saying. They can't be here.
And departments that are working together. I mean, it really is a community effort, and that community is, from here to Boston, probably to the White House. So,
what are the most difficult challenges right now?
The difficult challenges are, we have, at some point in time, they have to move from here to somewhere else. right? We cannot.
She just said it, man. Yo, they got to get off this island. Come on. Double standard. Just their entire narrative is bullcrap.
We don't have the services to take care of 50 immigrants, and we certainly don't have housing. We're in a housing crisis as we are on this island, and
you wouldn't be in a housing crisis. Kick some of those dirty white people out of there. Some of those rich liberal scumbags. Have them give their houses up. They got money, don't worry about it. Quit bitching. You live on Martha's Vineyard. Are you kidding me? Do you think we can't see what's going on here? This whole thing that you're doing, do you think that Texas has the housing and the shelters for 15,000 people a day? So disingenuous. These people are the worst.
So we can't house everyone here that lives here and works here. We don't have housing for 50 more people. So that is our primary crisis. We have this emergency shelter set up, and it's working wonderfully. Every single person that has been here, and I...
Listen, I'm not going to let her go on. This is where she tries to go from saying, this is good, but not in my backyard. You can't do this here. Do it everywhere else. Everybody else can deal with this shit, but you can't do it here. That's exactly what she said. And I'm not going to let her go on. Now she goes on for another 2.5 minutes or 2 minutes or whatever, blabbing, trying to run cover up and blame other people for her own racism, white supremacy. Give me a break. These people are so disingenuous. It's horrible. Look, I bet there's room for 50 illegals in this house right here. Obama, Michelle, put up or shut up. Anyway, guys, that's all I got for you. The message is simple. These guys are disingenuous. They're disconnected. They don't care that they're running a scam on the entire country as long as they don't have to deal with it. So, props. Thank you, Ron DeSantis. You did a great job. You're just fucking with these people's minds right now. So I'm very excited for that. Keep it up. You should have sent 1,000 to that island. You need to send more people to these rich, I don't care if it's rich white or rich black, they're going to react the same way. I don't care if it's rich Latino or rich whatever, they're going to react the same way. They're going to be like, yeah, this is all great. Let's do this, but not here. Don't touch my, get off my lawn. Security, we have a situation. You know what I mean? Give me a break. Anyway, guys, until next time, give Ron DeSantis more support. This bitch says don't vote for Ron DeSantis. Please. You're giving us all the more reason to vote for Ron DeSantis. Ron DeSavage. Be aware of your surroundings at all times because your neighborhood is next. And if you don't live in a rich one, you won't be able to pontificate and act virtuous and push them out while trying to keep your name clean and unscathed. Anyway, guys, until next time, it's the Angry American saying, beware of your surroundings at all times. Peace, 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 peace. Out.
Everyone, say his name.
I learned about kids jumping on my lap, and I've loved kids jumping on my lap.